So Jon Gruden, we already talked about the other day about the judge allowed this to go to be a case, not arbitration. So that was a victory for Jon Gruden and all that. But Kelvin, you can set this up about
So
he
basically,
he wants to coach again.
Exactly. So he's been, he's with Barstool now. So he's been running around, running around, going all these places, talking about the game of football. And he's been in different universities. And now he's hanging out where in the SEC. And he basically pulls up on Georgia. And, Georgia's been Georgia for the last decade or so, been running a really great football organization. And he basically goes there and essentially says, look, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm here because I want to watch it. I want to be around it. And ultimately, I want to coach again. I ain't going to BS you. I'm here for that. I love it. And I want to coach, and it'll be awesome to coach in the SEC, which leads us to the conversation of will he coach? One more thing before we start it. You got a lot of athletic directors, some who anonymously have said that they have told CBS Sports that they believe it's going to be a challenge for him to go to some big schools, but they do believe he can get some of the schools outside of the Power Four that might be able to, take that calculated risk
Look
on
at
bringing
Rick
somebody
Pitino.
like a name like that.
Like Rick Pitino had to go to small
100%.
route first, Iona and some small
100%.
schools, right? And he had a prostitution thing going on
Yep.
at his university, and they act like it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, and then he wound up at St. John's, who were just desperate to turn their program around. We know he can coach. It's just not the character for kids. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say the same thing about Jon Gruden. Anybody who sits there and says, well, he deserves a second chance, all that. I want you to really go back and reread the stuff that he was writing. And homophobic, racist, against women, against gay people, just vile and awful stuff. And when people stand up and go, I know Jon Gruden, that's not who he is, you hear that. Really? So when nobody was looking, because he thought those emails nobody would ever see except for his friends, when nobody's looking, that's who you really are. When nobody's looking. That's the scary part. He's Chucky. He's cheesing everybody, and he's the football coach. And let me tell you about quarterbacking and come on, kid, and get on the board and all that. Behind closed doors, the stuff. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you to read that stuff and act like that's okay. And he's made one slip up, and no, he did not. This dude, from reading that, is a sick individual, in my opinion. Because I could never, you hear me, Kelvin?
Yeah.
Ever imagine saying that and let alone writing it and sending it to other people. I couldn't. Go read it. Go read it if you think we're making a big deal. I wish. I asked Rob G today, could I say the words? I can't do it.
No,
okay?
No, you can't. No, hold on, Rob.
But you get my point.
I'm going to I'm gonna allude to some of the words you're talking about.
But you know what I'm saying. If you read them, and if we were to say the words and read them over and over, so that you could see what this guy is about and his head, it's disgusting. And he wants to go be with college kids. Oh God.
This is what's disappointing about the Gruden stuff. I think it is the American way. We want to build you up, break you down, and give you a chance to be built up again. I think America wants to give you second chances. You made mistakes. I made mistakes. He, they, she, everybody makes mistakes. The difference with this one is a couple of things. Number one, if you go through anybody's text or emails, eventually you might find something that was, all right, you probably shouldn't have said that, or, ooh, that wasn't a good one. What you're not going to find is the full gambit of everything. That's my issue with this, Rob. Somebody might have said a joke that between their friends in email about something. Okay, and you can be like, yo, I apologize for that. Me and my friends, I got carried away. That was wrong. We all can understand that because if you go through and parse through everyone's emails, text messages, you're going to find something you didn't like or was inappropriate. This was the full gambit. He wasn't just sexist, like, oh, man, women this, women shouldn't be, because a lot of it was about women shouldn't be referees, okay?
Right.
And then you go, all right, hey, that was sexist to me. I went through some counseling. I can get better. We all go, all right, hey. He knocked out gays, women, blacks, calling other people names. Talk about DeMaurice Smith, who was the used to run the NFLPA. He talked about
Roger Goodell called him the F word.
Roger Goodell called him the F word, and we don't mean the 4-letter word, if you know what we're talking about. And
Yes.
I'm glad you led to that, because that was going to be an example of something. If this were 1988, 1992, people used to say that word in a way, and it didn't even mean it in a homophobic word. They just were using like, if somebody did something, you being gay or something. Now, then you realize you mature, Rob, you grow, and you say, I shouldn't say that. I don't know the last time I said that word, Rob.
Thank you. I'm with you.
I mean, even in my text messages, even in like I don't even know the last.
I'll tell you this. I've never written that in my text message.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so for him to feel that free with it. And again, if that's just one word and he was just me and my guys, it's that he knocked out every category. He was like, who else can I offend? Let me think. Let me see.
Let me talk about black people and their enormous lips.
Their enormous lips, their Michelin tires size lips, he talked about. It called, Goodell the F word, called him a clueless, anti-football P word. I mean, he knocked out talking about, here's another one, how he talking about Goodell and the NFL shouldn't have forced Jeff Fisher to have to draft that Q word. I don't even know if we can say it in this context.
Right.
What's his name? Michael Sam. So, that's my issue. We all need forgiveness. We all need grace. We all can learn from our mistakes and improve. But when he's that old, that age, that flagrantly saying this about multiple groups, including his, I guess, boss in Goodell, it's like, come on, man. And you tie that to colleges. What are colleges? A bunch of kids from where, Rob? All over the world.
You don't even know, and you don't know,
faiths,
right?
Different sexualities.
Do you know?
Ethnicities.
Do you know? Right? Like that's what you're harboring. You don't know, that whole football macho thing. You don't know who's who. You don't know that in a locker room. You don't know who's who.
He's talking about Michael Sam. He might have coached some Michael Sams, if you will.
Thank you. There might be 8 Michael Sams in your locker room, and they just haven't been public with it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And we keep finding that out. More and more guys come out afterwards and say, I didn't want to talk about it then.
Yep.
I'm gay and I hid it then, or or couple other teammates knew, but I didn't tell everyone. Point is, I'm not saying he can't go off and run an amazing insurance company, car dealership. Hey, he wants to just start his own Jon Gruden Barstool spinoff. Go do that.
That's why he deserves to be at Barstool. It just makes total sense.
The idea that I have to bring him into a university with all of that baggage. Bruh, you know how you go to an airport, you're getting ready to go on a flight here soon. You bring a bag or two. The brother bought 10, 12 things of baggage. And that's my thing.
And if he brought it to Spirit, by the way that they would charge him, they'd be out of bankruptcy.
$20 million.
I'm just saying.
They would never have to charge any of us again in much baggage he has. So that's my whole point, Rob. I walk in forgiveness. I want to give everybody a second chance, and I want to. But
you could have a second chance. You could work. He's got a job in football. He's doing something.
Right.
I don't want him around kids. I don't want him around
leading
kids.
a university, which is about trying to help spear the minds of young
That's
people.
That's what
in the
I'm
right
talking
direction.
about. Right.
I'll pass
You could have a job. I'm with you. People deserve second chances, but to be a leading kid, that's why I was against the whole Rick Pitino thing. To act like you don't know prostitution's going on in your basketball dorm, and your basketball grad assistant making $35,000 is footing the bill for the prostitution. Really?
Right. It's like, come on, man. And then every time you leave somewhere, Rob, it's always
not even his
something.
program. Right.
There's always something. So, yeah, Jon Gruden, man, like I said, he knocked out everything. He was like, what offends people? What groups can I offend? Give me the whole – and he just took an offensive spray gun and knocked them all out at once. Like, golly, John. All right. Rob and I talking about Jon Gruden. Look, I said it, Rob. America loves to build you up, break you down, build you up, give you all for second chances and forgiveness. But dang it, you can't knock out everybody and knock out every group and disrespect everybody and then want to go coach universities where you're going to get a multitude of people who may be different ethnicities, different faith, different sexuality, different economic backgrounds and everything. You can't do that to everybody. So good luck with Barstools. You got a bunch of money for the NFL. You'll be fine, Jon Gruden. I think you echo the same sentiments. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Let's start with Eric in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Eric?
What up, Rob? What up, Kelvin? How you guys doing, man?
What's up, E?
Doing good.
So here, look, I'm with y'all 1,010%. Jon Gruden should not get a head coaching job. Really, it's a privilege to be a head coach, to lead men, to lead adult men, right? Like, that's a privilege and an honor. He lost that privilege and honor. And I'll say this, too. I don't feel sorry for him at all because, even if the trial is going public now and he thinks the NFL colluded to get him to, force him out, basically, okay, so what? You still said all those heinous, horrible things.
Right.
I'm with you.
I don't feel sorry for you. Like, what is this? Like,
right? The NFL didn't make up the emails, right, and then plant them on you. You wrote these.
They weren't even looking for him. They were looking at Washington. It's his fault. Like, I don't feel sorry for Jon Gruden at all. I don't lose 1 ounce of sleep over Jon Gruden. It's his fault. And I'm honestly surprised he's even getting, talking engagements with teams. Like, I'm honestly surprised he's even back in that realm. Honestly.
Well, because you got to remember, it's a very ancestral. A lot of them have gotten jobs from John, and there's a fraternity, and they will not turn. They will not turn their back because they might be in hot water and need help, and it's bad. That's what happens. Tim, Chili Tim in Atlanta, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. That's right. What's up, Chili?
What up, Rob? What up, Kelvin?
Yo.
One quick thing, you guys are talking about first. There's guys that have to get ready, and those guys that stay ready. Those are the stay ready ones you got to watch out for. But when you talk about the fighting part, two quick things about Jon Gruden. First of all, I know he's saying there's other people and everything. I hear people like Stephen A. and say, "Oh, second chance." But my thing is this, and this just could be me, but I could wonder about you, but once I know, I can never forget. It will always be there in my head once you show me who you are. I don't care what you go through. It's always going to be there. The thought will always be in my head. So he can go through this thing. And like you said, Kelvin, he insulted everybody he could find. It's like he went and dug up people that he could find to insult. So, no. And then number two, my dad once told me, too, he said, son, don't let your talent take you where your character won't allow you to stay. Jon Gruden has the talent. He just doesn't have the character to stay in those jobs.
There you go. Spot on there, Tim. Yep, right, Tim, spot on. You, man. How about Steve in Kentucky? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Gentlemen, it's always great to hear you, and I agree with what you said. I just have one small thing that might put the monkey in the wrench.
Go ahead.
Alumni. Rich alumni that may think like him that would pressure with money to get him.
No doubt, right. Steve. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, Steve. And that's how these things happen. And that's why he's very public. He thinks somebody will give him a chance. And they probably agree with some of the stuff that he said and don't see anything wrong with it. And will blame other people for his downfall as a football coach. And the other thing, so Steve, you're spot on. And here's the other thing. It's not like he, other than winning that championship when he took over Tony Dungy's team, go look at his record and how good of a coach he was. He wasn't that good.
Yeah,
right? He's not that good as a head
Bill
coach.
Belichick asking for Bill Walsh or something like that, or this is he's slightly. I mean, listen, he's still hanging up on that
on that same
Tony
championship
Dungy team.
Yeah,
that one championship that we all question if it was Dungy or not. So, we're on the same page with that. All right.